Hello, everybody. Cyanesk111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII as Edward Teach. We've had a bit of an underwhelming start, with me meeting only one other civilization so far, and I've made no progress on my Behind the Beard quest. But if I just put in the effort for it, both of these should change rather quickly. So my first order of business would be to go ahead and purchase a scout. Either that or a colonist. I don't know if the second colonist bonus only applies if I were to train it using production, but let's find out. Holy cow! We actually get 2 colonists no matter if we produce or purchase them. That's rather convenient. Even if we don't have the ability to turn them into cities. But right down here, I want to take out Phaistos first, since it is unfriendly towards my civilization, and I don't want it to pose any more of a danger than it already is. Along with Caithness later on, if at all possible. Oh my gosh, we're already going to town on them. But now, we disperse. Because it's in our duty as a pirate to do so. And we got our army commander a promotion for the first time. And I will put it in initiative. Units can attack immediately after being unpacked from this commander. So it shall be. Now we got more room to breathe with, even though we got a warrior left over to deal with. Okay, it is from Phaistos, and we got a technology complete, and next one is going to be currency. I think masonry was the tech we completed from taking that independent power out. Yeah, it was. Okay, good to know. Right. So this colonist I am going to have travel right up here, right next to the coastal tile and this resource. And this colonist, I know there is risk of a flood, but I'm gonna go ahead and put him on one of these 2 tiles. I'll have him travel over here while I'm thinking about which one. Oh, and the warrior took out my swordsman. Or he took out my own warrior. Not exactly a swordsman per se, as the game says. Okay, our chariot is a killing machine, at least for its age. It's at tier 2. What can possibly stop him? Making things marginally safer for my colonist, at least. Civilization unlocked. Have 3 settlements with at least 3 mountains each. It's the Inca civilization we unlocked. But that's not what we're going to be going for in the Exploration Age. No sorry, Bob. Edward Teaches a pirate. In case you haven't seen the first part of this playthrough. Got salt as a city resource. And it's going into the capital, Carthage. We're going to need some more units later on. If we want to go ahead and pillage other civilizations' civilian units later on. We took out this warrior down here, and we got another promotion for our army commander already. And that will go into Steadfast. +2 combat strength for land units within the command radius when defending. A dream, I'm sure. Okay, I'm not sure if we can... Okay, we can't get any coastal-based buildings in towns for right now, I take it. Unless I'm able to get one from Utica. No, I cannot. Ruskunai is bound to have a few options. Yes, it is. Fishing Quay or Harbor. I will go ahead and get the Harbor. It should be helpful in getting some galley units down. And for Carthage, the dockyard just got completed, and now I am going to do an altar next. Little way for my people to communicate with the gods, don't you know? Okay, my other colonist has arrived. Okay, so this is as far as Carthage will go in expansion, so... I think it would be good to expand right out here on this tile. And we got the town of Hippo. As in hippopotamus. Though, nothing to do with actual hippos. It's all about city building. No, it's not. We cannot purchase cities. We don't have the ability to upgrade towns into cities. Nothing to do with that. No. And Ibn Battuta has become the suzerain of Caithness. Is it still hostile towards us? I don't see the red border surrounding its banner, but hopefully not. The Hand That Feeds. The manager of a portable food stall has been peddling wines and meat pies to a mob of political protesters. However, the drink riles the crowds up. The stall is overturned and set ablaze. I say we outlaw drinking near the Civic Center. It's a little bit, but it's more production to Carthage. Story to tell, Codex, or influence. Let's get a Codex. Yeah, we have the room for it. I strongly doubt I'm gonna be able to complete the Great Library Legacy Path because, as we know, we cannot get any other cities than Carthage in our civilization. And in turn, we are not going to have a lot of libraries or academies. And as a result, we're not going to have a lot of slots to put our codices in. So that sucks. Our altar is almost complete.
Remain less interested.
We got the Public Life Civic completed. And our narrative choice is True Wealth. From palace to port, there is not an inch of Carthage that is wasted. The streets teem with life as Carthaginians go about their days in one of the most prosperous cities in the world. Carthage is where greatness is born, clearly. Get our specialist cap raised by 1. And next up we shall do Code of Laws. And for the production... I think it's time to make an effort. I'm gonna start by producing a galley in Carthage. And I'll purchase a galley in Ruskunii. That got behind the beard progress. At least. Okay, my chariot is still healing, and we've met another leader.
Ako si Jose Rizal. Makata. Pintor. Revolusyonaryo.
Jose Rizal. Poet, painter, revolutionary. I'll give a neutral greeting, although I hope to see one of your works one day. And... okay, so since we have the pirate ability, this little pirate icon appeared above our newly created galley. So, if I recall correctly, this will allow us to have our galleys enter the borders of other civilizations without needing to ask them to open their borders to us. Oh, why did I move them to the volcano? When it could erupt again within a moment's notice. Okay, I think this should be a safe distance away. The sea trophies. Dhows slide through Aksumite waters, even when they are laden with riches, and they slide equally well past the grasp of Blackbeard's corsairs. Surely this can be corrected. If I choose this, then I'll have to defeat a Dhow. But if I choose this, the Admiral of the Black is gracious. It'll give me +1 gold on the fishing quay. But, where can I... oh, it froze up for a moment. Where I would find a Dhow for right now, I know not. What I do know is that I've got another galley down here, even though it's ultimately going to be kind of useless, given that it doesn't have access to the outside waters. But as for this narrative event, I hardly know where I can get it now, so I'm just gonna choose the Admiral of the Black is Gracious. Aksum may go where it will. I think that was a fishing quay. It granted gold bonus too. No. Didn't mean to choose that. Wanna know what yields it has. Yeah, I see gold on that tile. So it may have provided for that. And speaking of gold, I think I want to get a market in here next. Rural population is refunded, and we shall now get a specialist. Right here. Since it'll give us the most science and culture simultaneously. I don't think I want to kill the unit just yet, but rather I'll have it sleep. At least until Behind the Beard is completed, at long last. Okay, Utica can, expand... Let's expand right up here towards the turtles. That's apparently as far north as it'll go. Wait. Okay, so turtles gives +1 culture on warehouse buildings. Don't really know what warehouse buildings we have in Utica, but I don't think it would hurt to get some, just in case. Right next to the city hall. And that's all we have the gold for. I want to have this chariot heal up a little more before moving on. I don't know if we can have the galley units auto-explore like the scouts. It doesn't look like we can. Definitely worth a look, though. Expanding towards the silk, which will give more culture return to Carthage. Galleys going right up here. Oh, look at how far down my scout has gone. Okay, so that's how we knew Jose Rizal was in this game. He had territory right down there. For the Maya civilization. Okay, next up. Let's get another warrior down. Because I'm kind of thinking about going to... Well, I don't know if I want to go to war with anyone yet, but it's good to have a nice amount of soldiers at the ready for in case anyone plans to invade you. Okay, our chariot's fully healed up. I'll get him into my army commander's army. And we got some hostiles up here. Though they're nowhere near my civilization. And we're getting damaged by these two slingers down here. So apparently the spearman was in range, was the only unit in range of the galley. Okay, our warrior's complete, and I can get a bath in here for more food. And, do I have enough gold for another galley? Yes, I do. So that means we only got one more galley to train before we can complete the Behind the Beard quest. I'm gonna have my army commander move up to Carthage so we can collect this warrior. Bronze working is done. And let's do currency mastery for more gold on gold buildings at another codex. That'd be great. Okay, this place hasn't been explored all that often, so I'm gonna have this galley unit go over there. And he's having a run-in with more hostile units from independent powers. And getting my galley the hell away from there is of the utmost importance right now. Let's hope they don't catch up. And I'm one settlement over the limit. So I think now may be the time to do Sicilian Wars. We only have one option, but it's out of range. That sucks. But what can I do? I think I remember a policy where I can extend trade route range. But I don't know when that is going to come. I don't want to think I trained this merchant for nothing. Tiwanaku is apparently the independent power right here. Yep. At least it's friendly. I've accumulated a lot of influence, so I think it might be time for me to go ahead and try befriending a city-state or two. I did not mean to click there to build a mine, but whatever. I don't think I can befriend city-states unless I actually click on their banner above their city center. We discovered Shangle, but it's hostile with us. Oh, they got slingers on my tail. Gotta get away fast. Galleys going around pretty nicely. And we discovered another civilization. And a coastal edifice that we unintentionally went towards. A community has organized a festival celebrating the oyster harvest. Mollusks roast over heated stones while travelers trade mouthwatering recipes. Let's go ahead and savor the feast. Yum! And now... That was pretty intimidating. But let's give her a neutral greeting, no less. Edward Teach is always more intimidating looking than her. Amina. Given that he's a pirate, so that would definitely make sense.
Presenting the captured fleet.
Sicilian Wars is completed at last. And we got a narrative choice. The Carthaginians. With every wall built and every sail raised, the story of Carthage spreads across the face of the earth and will not be questioned. So the Carthaginians get to tell their own story, huh? The story tells of undeniable power for a militaristic attribute point. And it will go towards... I don't think I want more war support. Let's do -1 gold maintenance for all units. It'll get us more gold per turn. I recall that it may apply to naval units as well. That I'm betting on. And we will work towards entertainment. The Carthaginians need to enjoy something on their downtime. Why not throw that in their story as well? That would be pretty interesting for the world to hear. I bet. Got enough gold to upgrade one of our units. 120 gold for the warrior. Upgraded into a spearman. We cannot upgrade the chariot yet, unfortunately. But that will definitely come later.
You ask for what reason I stay on the Green Mountain. I smile, but do not answer.
We discovered the natural wonder, Zhangjiaji. A row of protruding stony formations. Let's just hope they don't cut my pretty face. Like that other congregation of stony formations will do, according to that one quote from Civ 6. Great library. Milestone complete.
When I was young,
So we got the currency technology mastered, and got a codex from that. That's pretty nice. We shall do the wheel next, for the ability to unlock a villa and have it in production. We cannot upgrade our warrior here for some reason. I'm hoping it'll be soon. Grand Canyon? Where's that at? And where's the cutscene for it? I don't know if I somehow accidentally skipped over it, or whatnot. Do I want to try for the Bursa Wonder? I did unlock it by completing one of my Carthaginian unique civics. That was Ship Sheds. Okay, it can only be built on land in certain areas. Where at? Must be placed adjacent to a coast. Yeah, let's replace the mine. It is a relief that the rural population always gets refunded whenever you're converting it to an urban population, or an urban tile. What was I gonna say after that? Nothing much other than the fact that it's convenient is all. So close to discovering the city center of this independent power. Now we're at that point. Okay, there's no other civilizations competing for it. There. Now it will become a city-state in 6 turns, with me as the Caesarian. Definitely something I was saving for, and we discovered Cirta of the Numidian people. Okay, there's no one competing for that one right now, so say we just go for that one too. I may have needed to clear up... Oh, we can upgrade this warrior now, I notice. But I've cleared out this land here of some of the closer independent powers so I can settle as many towns as possible. Of course, not being able to convert any of them into cities. But it is what it is. Now, taking a look back at Edward Teach's leader abilities, I can plunder trade routes and attack naval units of non-allied civilizations without declaring war. I haven't seen any trade routes or naval units from other civilizations as of yet. But that might change soon depending on whether or not I see them, or whether or not I'm willing to attack them. It is going to be a long way off, no matter what. And we've met another civilization.
Ego Octavianus Augustus Caesar, humilis primus civis, et Princeps orbis terrarum.
Augustus Caesar of the Sela civilization. I've never seen him leading that civilization before, but it would be interesting to see how that would play out in this game. But we shall do a neutral greeting, like always. Oh, look at him. He's quite the drama emperor, based on how I've seen his movements. But I think with that, that is going to be about it for this part. Things have been speeding up quite a bit, with me meeting more civilizations and me almost being completed of Behind the Beard. I still have to train one more naval unit. Probably one more galley, most likely. But I'm gonna have to wait until the next part to see what the narrative event I get from that is gonna be. I don't remember if it's production, food, or gold towards fishing quays I get from completing that. But we'll see what that's about tomorrow. For now, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you then. Bye!